Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice here the ES with a very narrow range heading into today's RTH session. Just 40% of average here, trading 17.5 points, and is currently holding at the highs of the recent rally here. We talked about how strong this turnaround was off these lows when you have a significant sell-off followed by a significant rally, and you see high range days there, very similar to what we've seen in the past. It tends to be a very, very strong low. Now that's not to say that we can't see some sort of secondary retest of that low, whether it's a higher low like we saw here or perhaps even a lower low failure and go. That could still happen. But overall, the market remains very strong. It continues to trend up. We are sitting right here at a very flat resistance level, 4250. But above that zone starts to really open up the upside, which could start to take us as high as 4400 and into the 4500 up above. So for the most part, lots of compression over the last couple of months. Ascending qualities here. The recent pullback very, very strong, but now holding at highs over the last couple of days. Even if a pullback were to occur, look for a buy the dip opportunity that could ultimately lead to a continuation to the upside unless proven otherwise. Taking a look here at the NQ, this one trading 38% of average range, so even more narrow than the ES against its own average here. You can see how quiet that range is right there, very narrow, just 74.75 points. This one remains in a very clear uptrending phase. It's trading new highs, new all-time highs here today again. But overall, we're just holding below the previous session's high price. That's going to be a key level here to watch. It's 279.25. So to push back above 279.25 could open up additional strength up ahead. Otherwise, we may be fading back into yesterday's range some degree, whether it's back toward 14.2 or perhaps a little lower, we'll see. But right now, any pullback could still be a buying opportunity for the days to come. This thing remains very bullish, continues to see a bounce inside the Pima trigger zone on every rotation, and continues to hold the FOMC key level from several days ago, 14.014. So again, overall this market remains strong, and while we may see a little bit of a pullback here, it could offer another opportunity to push this thing up, especially off that 8-period average. Let's take a look now at crude oil. Crude oil right now up 1%, continuing to push higher. We talked the other day about the pullback here and dipping its toe below 70. Any pullback below 70 could have offered a buy opportunity, not only to return back to 72.35s, but likely higher towards 76.72. That's the 100% target from the key range we've been talking about here. This market remains very bullish. Every pullback into the Pima trigger zone continues to be defended, and we continue to see strength out of that range to new highs. So overall, still a very clean uptrending structure. This level right here, 76.72, likely the next major target. Any pullback continues to be an opportunity to push this thing higher until proven otherwise. Lastly, taking a look at gold futures. You'll see gold here holding on lows, not really seeing a tremendous bounce. This is not classically a major rejection at the lows, but the fact that it price closed through the midpoint of that previous day, holding inside day of the last couple of days, is short-term bullish in a way. It's not completely falling apart. We're not seeing this thing give up the previous month's low, but that could be coming. You have this very strong drop in the 8-period average that's come down to provide resistance. Any bounce into that zone could be seen as a selling opportunity as this thing gets another leg down. We've seen quite a bit of selling pressure after breaking this narrow range to the downside, and we continue to give up key levels. So again, if the market cannot get through 1800 pretty soon here, or if we see a rejection at 1800 or thereabouts, that could lead to a continuation towards 1700 down the road. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.